around 2 minutes in. And I seen a video this morning. Thought I'd let that plane go on past. Right in the path of the airport here. And if it ain't planes, it's the helicopter. Day and night at the hospital over here. But I seen a video this morning in Germantown, Philadelphia, where PNB Rock is actually from. And it was good to actually hear from people that know that young man. You know what I mean? It was good to hear from people that know that young man. See, I didn't have a clue he'd been to prison. Changed his life around. Said that's one thing he never wanted to do was go back to jail. So he was like a role model, seemed like, for people there. And it was good to hear people speak from their heart that genuinely know that young man. Then to see people that don't know nothing about him and use this name for gain. You know, it's a difference between the two. It's a big difference. Because like I say, them people know that young man. People I heard talking about him this morning. See, they know that young man. They knew his struggles. They knew his strive and determination to get to where he got. You know what I mean? So I just want to say that as well. It was good to hear those people say something about that young man. PNB Rock. May your soul rest, brother. But here's the thing, man. Everybody is vulnerable, brother. Everybody is vulnerable. Anyone is vulnerable who show their hand. Who show their hand. If you show, then you're vulnerable. That's just how it works in these times, bro. Right now, that's just how it works in these times, man. Right now, evil is winning. It don't look good for nobody anywhere, brother. What it came down to is the rich and the poor. And there's no in-betweens. It's no in-between. But right now, the way the economy is going, everybody, even the corporations and etc., everybody have to pay a little more in these times. Food, energy, medicine, you name it, everything is up. Everything. But not people's pay. But not people's pay. Seen a video this morning. 2-bedroom, $3,100 a month in New York. I don't know what section they was in. $3,100 a month. $3,100 a month. And in them ghettos, the South Centrals and Detroits and Brooklyns and Atlantas and all these ghettos, it done went up. Even in the ghettos. It done went up. Now, some of y'all got that around your neck, on your wrist, in your pocket, what you're driving, and etc. And you don't think guys peep that? You don't think guys peep that? You gotta pay attention. Sometimes it ain't about putting up a location where you at. Sometimes you're spotted and phone calls is made. Sometimes you're spotted and a phone call is made. Hey, blah, blah. And in South Central, it only take matters of minutes to respond, just like it's due for the police. Because these sections are scattered all throughout the area. So with a phone call, you can get a response within minutes. See, people don't really see how bad the economy is now. How it's a lack of police. A lot of people forgot during the COVID crisis. A lot of cops quit across the country. We talking tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of law enforcement officers quit. After many of their colleagues was died from COVID. A lot of nurses and shit had quit. We had a majority that stood strong, but then we had some that used their right to opt out of that. So you know what, shit, I'm not gonna risk my life for this shit. Fuck that. And you had a right to do so. We had that percentage. See, we a lot of motherfuckers don't understand how damaging COVID was. That COVID killed millions of motherfuckers, billions if you count it globally. COVID, the corona shit. If you count it globally around the globe, It knocked the population down some, bro. Think about it. It shut down the economy around the globe. People stopped going to work. People, you couldn't go to school. And we had to fight to keep the essential places to stay open. We said, well, how can we live if we can't go get groceries? If we, and this, that, and the third. People was, y'all remember when you went to the store and you couldn't find shit because everybody was buying up shit? Y'all remember them videos of people was fighting over toilet paper and shit like that? Yeah. Yeah. We had a bad time here, bro. And I'm saying, if you show your hand, if you're showing your hand, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable, bro. Now, I don't. Yeah, they shut the world down. Some people didn't even recover after that. Some people never. Some businesses and a lot of people didn't recover after that. Especially a lot of small business people too. You understand me? And from that pinch, everybody then went up now. The average 99-cent store then went up 50%. 50%. Some places went up 75%. That's almost double. But ain't nobody pay went up, y'all. Ain't nobody pay went up, yo. And they only did the stimulus twice. Trump gave everybody some money, then another 400, and then Biden say he'll give you the other 16. Say, you remember when Biden was campaigning? He said, "Well, I'll give y'all the other 16." You remember? And he did that once. But the people need to be help the people. And I'm just saying, once that stimulus thing started for the people, it shouldn't have stopped. Because we wouldn't have a lot of people in homeless camps and shit like that in the third if it could have continued. But then again, it probably wouldn't have had help with the way shit then went up, bro. The way shit then went up, because the apartment I had in Fairfield, when we first got it was $990. Then it went up to $1,070, and I heard it's at $1,695 a month now. At $1,695 a month, that's another $700 that been added on to it from the time I had got it. You understand me? And the only way I could have maintained that if they would have kept continuing the stimulus package. You know what I mean? To the people, though. I'm talking about to the corporations and this, that, and the third. I'm talking to the people. What about the people? But see, we pawns in this shit, man. And until we all pull together and come under one umbrella, bruh, it's the only way we gonna be able to make an impact in these times. We still somewhat divided, and that been the game from day one. Divide and conquer. Been the game from day one. That's how they've been able to keep motherfuckers in check. Divide and conquer. Divide them up, they'll have conflict and disagreement. Divide them up. Get them to divide themselves up. And that's what we do. That's what we do, homie. We divide ourselves up. It's crazy how we operate. So therefore, we stay separated. So therefore, we stay separated. But if it was just one fucking thing, just one motherfucking thing we all was in agreement upon, then it ain't no misunderstanding. It ain't no chaos. But we always divide it up, brother and sisters. We divide it. And that been the devil trend from day one. Divide and conquer, huh? Keep them divided. Keep them at disagreement. Keep them at a misunderstanding. But here's the thing. We make shit too complicated. We put too much on our shit. We put too much on our shit, cuz. Put too much on us, bro. And the world don't evolve on all that. The world don't evolve on all that. It evolves on two things. Two things, man. And it's a pause and it's a neg. Like they say, it's two sides to each story. Like they say, it's two sides to each story. It's mainly just two things to be focused on. But yet still, we have the burdens of hundreds of things that we focus on. And then we got a lot of shit that's unnecessary. It's not really necessary for survival nor benefit, but yet and still we do it. But yet and still we do it, homie. You know what I mean? We talking about what we gonna do. Like I say, I want to be there for my granddaughter's birthday party and but that's not guaranteed to me. But yet and still, we all still think ahead. Like we know we got this coming. We more confident than we are appreciative. You understand me? A lot of us still talking about, well, I'm gonna go to this game when they come. I'm going to the game, and that how you know you guaranteed that? It's that confidence, huh? You're used to getting up every morning. You're used to going to sleep every night. You're just used to it. It become routine. You're used to your coffee. You're used to petting your dog. You're used to cooking for your kids, etc. You're used to it. It come routine. It just seemed like that's in store for you. So a lot of us, we more confident than we are appreciative because we act like we got that coming. But we're not really sure. We're not really sure. That's why I say it's two things to everything. It's life and it's death. It's righteousness and it's evil. It's on or it's off. It's stop or it's go. It's male or it's female. It's war or it's peace. It's happiness and it's sadness. It's fast and it's slow. It's big and it's small. Two things. But yet and still, we all own the burdens of hundreds of things that we focus on and deal with. You understand me? But until the masses realize their strength in numbers, then we make a difference. What's happening with you, Big West? Man, I'm high on motherfucker, man. Nephew from Bonnie Hunters got some good ass motherfucking weed. 2-hitter quitter on it. Yeah, I mean, the masses, we don't make an impact because we don't fall under, let's say, we don't fall under a great enough masses to make an impact because we have a lot of weaknesses. We have a lot of weaknesses. That's one thing we have. You know, it's a lot of shit. Oh yeah, man. Nephew got some weed. You can hit that motherfucker 2 or 3 times and put that motherfucker out. Cause you're gonna be high on a motherfucker. That's how you know some good weed. If you ain't got to smoke that whole blunt, you can just put that motherfucker down. Cause you're high. Look, I'm Japanese. I'm trying to keep my eyes open. Black Japanese right now. You got a good price for that shit, you know. But you can let it go like that when you get it like that, though, the way you got it. But I'm high on the motherfucker. I tried to chime on when I was over there with him, but didn't nobody come on, so I didn't even try to upload it. Oh yeah, he got some real deal Holyfield, for real. Like I said, if you ain't got to smoke the whole blunt, you could just put it out after you hit it about 3 4 times? Shit, that's some good ass weed. Some good ass weed, man. But yeah, we got a lot of weaknesses as a masses. And we got a lot of things that hinder our thinking. You know, it's a lot of things we are acceptable to that's not good for us, but we're acceptable to it. Is what I'm saying. We're acceptable to that. We're acceptable to that. And it hinder our progress as the masses. So until we move it on a different plateau, then things will remain the same. They will remain the same. I seen G speak on the past 50 years. I said that too some years ago. Some years ago, I said the same thing. Where have we gotten in the last 50? It only seems to be getting worse. It only seems to be getting worse. I saw it in 87. Helicopter. I told y'all, day and night, that helicopter under this hospital. Is people that sick, getting that hurt, where they flown in day and night by helicopter? This must be a very important hospital, huh? Very important hospital here. Yeah, I hate going in emergency rooms too, because that's where sick people come to emergency room. It's sick, and then you're hurt. Type of shit now. No. Y'all need to divide hurt people and sick people when we come to the hospital. Don't mix me up in there with them. I'll be coming outside. When I couldn't get my nose to stop bleeding that morning, I don't know if I shared that with y'all. But man, shit, that Sunday I was coming home to Vegas from my sister thing, man, my motherfucking nose got to bleed, and it was a tiny asshole, scared the shit out of me. And I couldn't get it to stop bleeding. So I told my sister, where's the urgent care at? And da-da-da-da. So they came and took me to the one in Martin Luther King, right? So I go up in there. We had to go up in this little tent thing they had first. Before that, you go back up in the building. But when I come in the tent, it was the black dude in there throwing up in a bag. They gave him a bag. He was to my left. A Hispanic lady was to my right. Head hurt, stomach hurt, all this. Then another Hispanic male come in, same thing. Head hurt, stomach hurt. Can't breathe type of shit. They put him across from me. Now, the nurse come, I said, hey, I'm not sick, I'm just hurt. I said, I don't want to be in between all these. Can I just wait outside? She said, yeah, we come out there and get you. I went outside. Then when they had us going to the building, I did the same thing. I said, y'all, I'm outside. Y'all come, I ain't sitting in here with sick people because I'm not sick. I said, I'm just bleeding. But the shit stopped, and I left. I called my sister and said, come on, get me. And I don't trust that shit, y'all. I still wear my mask, use a mask. I don't know about y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Now, you should have, if you got people that's hurt, then you got those that's sick. The last time I came to the emergency room was for my back, you know. And like I say, I try to get way across from everybody else, bro. I'll be over there where the security and them be, shit. Like when you first come back in, because you got to go through the metal detector. I go way over there with them, or I try to get the furthest distance. I have my mask on. And I just don't trust that shit, Big West. You understand me? I don't trust it, bro. I just don't. But yeah, I was just speaking on how anybody is vulnerable who show their hand. Anybody is vulnerable that show their hand. We was doing that in the 70s. We could be in the store getting us a beer, getting something. We could see somebody at the counter pull their whole wad out their pocket, right? To buy their shit. We'll hurry up, put our shit back in the refrigerator and this and that, and time this motherfucker on the way out and get them. We used to call it have heart, have money. If you see it, get it. Have heart, have money. That was Jackoff's slogan. One of the other homie slogan was point seen, money gone. Point seen, money gone. You know what I mean? Was another homie slogan. We was doing that in the early 70s, huh? If we saw it, we got it. We get it. And it's no different in these times. Some of you dudes got it on your neck. Wearing them for sunglasses. Yeah. Motherfuckers, y'all see the one when the boy in Detroit got killed for the glasses? The sunglasses? Y'all remember that one? The camera caught the killer? Cold shit, homie. Cold shit, homie. Killed that boy for some glasses, some designer glasses. You understand me? Hey, fuck that. When I walk in the grocery store, I'm putting my mask on. I go to the laundromat, it's 100-something degrees and shit. I got my mask on. I don't play that shit, homie. If it's too many people, I'm putting the mask on. And I don't be with a lot of people, bro. I don't get down like that. You know, I've been that way since I left in 1990. In 1990, the only time I was around, let's say when it's a bunch of people, when I was doing little league baseballs and shit like that with my son, and going to my son's high school football games, baseball games, and I've been to the Bills 49ers at Candlestick Park and shit like that. I've been to the Raider games against the Detroit Lions. I've been to the Detroit Lions San Francisco 49er game. I've been to a few games, like that. I've been to a couple of amusement parks. The one in Vallejo Marine World, it changed to something Kingdom or something now. The one in Santa Clara, family outing, shit like that, this, that, and the third. But I'm just saying, I never really was going to parties, hanging around crowds and shit, type of shit, all the time in the street type shit. I wasn't mingling like that, bruh. So when shit, like when they were saying don't do crowds and shit like that when COVID first came out, that wasn't hard for me because I wasn't really associated. And like I said, when me and my wife moved, we didn't have family and friends and shit where we moved to. It was just us and us and the kid. Then, we accumulate some friendship while we was out there, yes. But it's just hard to explain somewhat, cuz. But all I'm saying, man, it ain't just happening to rappers, man. It's niggas in the street. It's normal people who make good money, decent money. Guys been venturing out towards Beverly Hills and Malibu's, these expensive areas, robbing people for Rolexes and expensive cars and following them to their houses and getting them like that for the longest. I mean, just ain't started up. So you gotta be careful, especially when you come into the heart of South Central. And you're showing your hand. And you showing your hand, bro. I mean, come on. I mean, think. Yeah. Some niggas see I could pay a year rent with what this nigga got on his neck alone. And he got this watch on. Look at that ring. Look at this and that. Come on, man. Y'all doing too much. Cuz. But that's a rapper MO. I heard that's how record labels was sucking them in. Back from Run DMC to LL Cool J, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane on, and they put some jury on the motherfucker. But that was part of the payment. It's tradition. It's what it is. The Fat Boys. I mean, everybody had some piece of jewelry on their neck. It was part of the image, part of hip-hop MO. It was record labels' way of sucking motherfuckers into a contract with them. Y'all seen them big-ass chains Run DMC and motherfuckers and shit in them had on their necks? Rakim and Eric B and on them. This shit ain't nothing new. Shit. So the rappers today, they want to do the same thing, but these motherfuckers is trying to outshine them, the old school dudes. These motherfuckers got $1 million worth of diamonds in this shit. And I heard the value of your Rolex drop when you ice them out. That's what I was told. That the value drop when you do that shit. But they ice them out and they do their thing. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's your money. You spend it the way you want it. But pretty soon, y'all niggas gonna get like 6ix9ine and be surrounded by bodyguards and guns wherever the fuck you go. You understand me? If you want to wear that shit around your neck and on your wrist, if you want to wear it, then you better get like 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine a smart motherfucker. When I see him hopping out his convoy, he be in a convoy. That motherfucker hop out, he got a gang of motherfucker security with him. I got somebody, James Wood, tapping in. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful in these times. If you show your hand, you're going to get it. See, a lot of dudes showed their hand on social media, and they got them locked up. Got them locked up, is used as evidence, and da-da-da-da-da to go against them. Just think about it. You even had rappers rapping about real murders and shit that took place. Saying they smoking this, they smoking that. Making mockeries of dead guys. And that's one thing I ain't with. That's why I don't, all them guys I know whose success came through drill music, I don't have nothing to do with them. At all. So all the drill music been off my timeline once I found out what drill music was. I hit not interested enough to where they don't bring that shit on my timeline. Yeah. I seen another one where these niggas hopped out. Woo-hoo. Got a dude for his Rolex. Got a dude. His wife is just screaming and carrying on. Them niggas give a fuck about her screaming. Them niggas got that Rolex off his wrist. Took his ass down and wrestled with him, and they took all whoop, two dudes. Took all whoop, hopped in the car, had a driver, sped off. Broad daylight. Broad daylight. Got him for a Rolex watch, they said. Expensive Rolex watch. This shit been going on. In some places, perfect that shit. A lot of cities perfect that shit as far as the criminal mind they go. See it, get it. That's what sent my ass to YA. Even though it's fake money, but it got flashed to me. I seen so much money, I'm like, God damn. You know what I mean? And I react. One time I had a motherfucker show up at my house and popped the briefcase open, had about $300K in that sumbitch. What y'all think my mind was doing? I'm like, but this motherfucker showing me all this money like this here for. You feel me? What y'all think my mind was doing when I saw that? That's how I know the money is the rule of all evil. What thoughts ran across my mind, I didn't execute it. But money can make a motherfucker flip like that, especially when you ain't righteous. You may be righteous amongst your people, but you do evil amongst others. So you have an evil soul, is what I'm saying. See, I haven't done evil to my people. I may have done evil to others, but not my people. I may have been righteous to my people, but to some others I wasn't. I was evil for them. You understand me? So that's why I say you can't be halfway with righteousness. If you're going to be righteous, man, you got to stand on all goodness, homie. You got to be against all evil, and I'm against all evil. All of it. All this shit that bring my people down, I'm against it, homie. I'm against the violence. I'm against the drugs. I'm against the alcohol. I'm against the cussing and all the shit we do and we acceptable to. I'm against it. That I know that ain't good for us. You understand me? I'm against it. I'm against all evil. Of any kind, bruh. And a lot of people ain't even up on Trump and all the shit he done started and all the shit that's coming to light on this man. Have y'all heard about this General Flynn dude, ex-general? And how he plotting with politicians in Canon and they quest to get Biden out of office by all means necessary? These meetings and gatherings and shit that took place and this and that, and supposedly you got other generals in the army and shit was siding with Trump and Canon. Y'all don't understand why you think them motherfuckers stormed the Capitol the way they did. Stormed the Capitol. Don't y'all know that's treason? That law is called treason when you try to overthrow the government. And the punishment could be death. By firing squad and or hanging. Death. But we had about 10,000 motherfuckers, 20,000 motherfuckers storm that building. And they getting slaps on the wrist, cause America don't really want to go out like that. Cause they be saying we just like Russia and China and the rest of the motherfuckers if we did some shit like that. If we took the 20,000 motherfuckers and shot all their asses down to make an example out of you try to overthrow this shit, this was gonna happen. You motherfuckers gonna obey the law or this was gonna happen. America didn't want to go out to the world like that, bro. Y'all gotta think how deep this shit goes. You understand me? Like they would truly hate that had that on their head for locking up a former president, putting a former president in prison. They really don't want that on their head in their history neither. But I'm saying we still can't allow Trump to have anything to do with politics in this country, period. And anybody who involved Trump in their politics should be disqualified from running. Trump shouldn't be allowed to run this country. And then look at it. All this shit he stole, man. Look at all these documents. Then he's going to say, well, I disclassified them. And by law, the president can do that and that. Well, do you do that by panel? Do you sit down and date it and document when you did do them disclassifications on these things? You don't just up on your own say, as president, I had the right to do this and that. But come on, man, shit, when you disclassifying something, it got to be by panel, witnessed by others, dated, signed on this day, we disclassified this document, that document, and that, etc., right? You have some kind of receipt, right? So let's say, now you got proof of that you did do that before you left the office. Now you got proof that you did do that before you left office. But still, why you have to take them? But still, why you have to take them? And you're no longer in office. Why? That's where the non-politician and the shrewd businessman kick in. He was a non-politician. He didn't know the get down for politics. That's why he was a different twist. That's why he had a different twist to things. You know, because he wasn't a politician. He was a shrewd businessman. And a shrewd businessman, if he can have something on a motherfucker, then he want it. Because when it's time to do business, he said, well, motherfucker, you this, you that, and that. Because he got something on you. And Trump is the type of motherfucker that if he can have something on a motherfucker, then he want it. And he don't give a fuck if this is the United States government. If he can have something on them, then he want it. And that's why he took all this shit with him. So when it's time to do business, he can say, you dirty motherfucker. Look at this, look at that, look at this. You motherfuckers this, that, and the third. He can have something on you. You know, see? And that's where he fucked up at. Now, America, I understand y'all don't want that on y'all head. Former United States president sent to prison. I know you guys don't want that. But still try his ass, find his ass guilty, and ban him from all politics, period, in this country. Tell him you can't be involved. You're non-trustworthy. We don't know who you shared that information with. And despite us getting that shit back, we don't know what you read over. We don't know what you read over and still got in the bank in your mind, despite them taking them back. And did we get them all? We don't know. We don't know. But take his ass to court, find him guilty, we got the fucking proof, and then the punishment is he can't have nothing to fucking do with politics whatsoever. And anybody try to use his money, endorsements, or anything else would be disqualified from running. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't know what everybody else's is. But yeah, it would make the country look bad to throw his orange ass in jail. It would. And the world would be clowning America. Look, they motherfuckers over there. You understand me? But the shit is a lot deeper than y'all think. Them 10, 20,000 motherfuckers y'all see rush the Capitol is a very small percentage. It's millions of motherfuckers believe Trump. If they was cheating and all this out, supposedly. Now we found out Trump and them was cheating. The Georgia people found out that they was trying to fuck up the voting in Georgia and got proof of it. A lot of them say they're going to come down on that sister, but I salute that sister. Excuse me. Because she owned them motherfuckers out there in her area that's robbing and killing and carrying on and shit. She said they've been having that problem for the longest with a gang that sprung up, she said 2016. They was following the wealthy, robbing their athletes and people. They got a soccer dude, baseball dude. Excuse me. Got a woman that do something out there. They've been doing that out there in Georgia area.
landing on it since 2016. She cracked down on them. We all know what she did with Young Thug and them. Lady ain't playing. I salute the sister. Something need to be done. The way niggas is acting. And then everybody saying, oh, it's going to be a purge, you know. No, it ain't going to be no purge. It's going to be the wild, wild motherfucking West. It's going to be the wild, wild motherfucking West, homie. And I'm going to tell you what it's going to be like. I wasn't down there for the ride after the Rodney King shit. But we all know that ride wasn't behind Rodney King. It just helped spark off the shit from Latoya Harding. The little girl that got killed for the juice. You know, niggas is fed up from that. But anyway, and one day I called a homie, right? I can hear this loud ass noise. Hear this loud ass noise. I'm like, what's that motherfucking noise? He say, Sag, you know what that is? I'm like, what? He said, that's the military helicopter that got the double blades on it, hovering up over the sky. He said, I'm at a checkpoint, sandbags. He said, it's the National Guards and all that shit. He said, and I got to show my ID to get in this area. He said, if your address ain't matching the area you're trying to get into, he said, you ain't getting in here. I said, damn, like that? He said, yeah, man. He said, it's riots and shut the shit down. Now, after the riot, we come down to visit. Now, my girl got on in the car and went on in her area. I end up hopping in the car with the homies and we go out to Long Beach, right? So we in the common leaders kicking, they say, let's go get something to drink, et cetera, right? So I'm thinking we finna go to the one on 52nd and Orange right behind us, right? Shit, man, we hit Orange. The motherfucker they burnt it up. I'm like, well, damn, what happened to Stoke? Cause they burnt it up in the ride. I'm like, burnt that up, the hamburger stand up, some other shit up. I'm like, what the fuck? So we walked down there to South in Orange. We walked down there to South in Orange to get something to drink, right? I ain't gonna say no particular people and nothing, and this, that, and the third. But it was owned by some foreign people. When we came in, the motherfuckers had assault AR-15s and shit ready to go. Ready to go. Had one at the entrance at the door. So, if you come in with some shit, not only you gonna have a fight in there, you're gonna have a fight at the door. At the door. Because you have one at the door, another 2 and 3 inside guarding the store. Guns out, visible. Eyes on us. We all go in there and get our drinks and shit. I turn around and put my shit back in the refrigerator. They say, you ain't drink? I ain't buying nothing out this motherfucker, cuz. And they got guns on us like that. And I walked out the store. So, they come out the store, right? They drink and shit, and I say, cuz, what I don't understand is this, homie. I say, y'all burn old boy shit down back here, but y'all come down here and buy these motherfuckers shit, and they got guns on us like that. I said, that's why I didn't want nothing, cause I ain't buying nothing from no motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? And they treating me like this, cuz. I'm like, I ain't buying nothing from them. Fuck that. I say, and the cold part about it, I say, Old boy down here let a motherfucker slide when we short. Sometimes we in there putting shit in our pocket, walking out with it. And they know it. They don't say shit to us, homie. You know what I mean? I said, they don't even say shit to us, cuz, but we burned him down. I said, but y'all burned him down. I said, I'd rather y'all kept cuz shit up and running and had burnt them motherfucking shit down there than his. I said, but y'all burned cuz down right across the street from. I said, that's bullshit, homie. You know, that was just my thought. But where was them thinking type of people at the time the riot hopped off? Like, no, leave cuz alone. Let's go down and get these motherfuckers. Where was them kind of thinkers at back then? Was anybody thinking? Like Turtle say, you know, somebody gotta do the thinking. You remember Turtle interview? He said, somebody gotta do the thinking. You know, everybody on drugs and this and that and in their right mind. So somebody got to do the thinking. Who was thinking? Who was thinking back then? Don't look like nobody was. It don't look like nobody was thinking, you know, at all. They burnt the only gas station we had down. They left the shells up. But I remember one time we was in danger trying to get gas at Shells. In danger. And that was right across the light from us. It was danger to try to get the gas right there. Then they finally put the 7-Eleven gas station up in the hood. I mean, AM/PM, I mean. But they burnt that one down during the ride. So the hood kind of like fucked up their own resources somewhat. I don't know how motherfuckers is thinking, bro. Or how you do one corporation and not the other one type of shit when y'all decide to do that. See, that's why it was just chaos and hell when that shit jumped off. It wasn't no organization to it. It's just somebody sparked it and it spread it. Because now you see law enforcement preoccupied, and then motherfuckers see on the news that they can't control it. So motherfuckers take off in their own vicinity. Bingo, now it's all over the place. All around Los Angeles. It's in Compton. It's in Long Beach. I mean, everybody tearing up some shit. Everybody, and you can see the smoke in the sky because motherfuckers set shit on fire. You understand me? Yeah, LaTarsha Harlins. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say no people or nothing, I didn't want to make it racist or nothing, There was the same people in Long Beach. Had the guns on us at the store. And when I realized what was going on, I put my shit back in the refrigerator. I said, I'm not buying nothing out of this bitch. I'm like, fuck them, motherfuckers draw down on us like this. Like we up to no good and shit, and we ain't, and fuck them. I ain't buying nothing then, fuck them. I put my shit back in the fridge, came on out. And when they come out, I got on them about burning boy down the street down. I'm like, why y'all fuck with him? And y'all go in here and buy shit, even if got guns on us like that. I just didn't think that was fair, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't burn your shit down at the time of the riot, then that should have told y'all must be good then in the hood, huh? They didn't fuck with y'all shit. Because some motherfuckers writing black on their shit and boarding their shit up. To keep motherfuckers from trying to burn their shit down. You know, so if they left you standing, that you show some respect. They left us standing, then we must be cool. I mean, you ain't have to be all flashy with the gun, but you could be ready. I understand. You could be ready, but you ain't got to be on us like that. They were like paramilitary and shit. I'm like, look at these motherfuckers, man. This shit, man. Showing us some firepower here, is what I saw. But y'all come in here and spend your money with these motherfuckers? And I'm like, we was cool with dude down the street? I'm saying, where was the thinkers at, bro? Why niggas wasn't thinking? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, when that happened to baby girl, me and two of my comrades, we was heading that direction with Molotov cocktails. We was ready to bring that store down, but they had police protection. We had to keep driving. But yeah, niggas wanted that ass behind homegirl. But yeah, they had police protection, parked on the side and out front. On both streets, right there. Couldn't do nothing to them motherfuckers. Yeah. Soon that shit hit the news about that little girl, and we found that it was over there where it was. And it was in Hoover Hood. Hoover gonna tear their ass up over there, man. But they had police on protection. Yeah, they do that with your bodies, man. I used to hate that shit, man. How they had a body laying out there, for 26 hours processing before they pick it up and get it out. Why they do that shit sometimes, bro? That's some cold shit, homie. Down there, they got these little like fences, these makeshift like fences they could put around the body, and they had a light and all that, and people just can't be. But back in the old days, you see your homie laid out there, homie. Laid out there with the tarp over him, and you see all kind of cops walking up, pull the tarp up, shining a light on him, and they standing there talking and carrying on, and you be like, man, why they won't just get the homie out of here like that? Half the neighborhood didn't come out by now, and people crying, and they done figured out who it is, and man, that ain't the life to be living, cuz. And while this going on, you got 20, 30 niggas plotting to kill somebody behind that shit. That was the life, man, at one time, bro. Why? And it's still going on. That type of shit's still going on, bro. And we got to get off that trend, man. This killing, it ain't cutting it, homie. This killing is not cutting it, homie. And we got some figuring out to do, bro. Yeah. It's crazy, man. I can remember, man, times like yesterday, bro. I remember them times like yesterday, brother. Seeing my friends laying on the concrete in the grass in their car, slumped in their car and dead. Violently killed, bro. I even seen twin autopsy photos. I still have the vision of his autopsy photo. And it just kills me, bro, when that image run across my mind, cuz how they did my nigga, man. I mean, all this shit I had to process, man, in my life, man. I mean, it haven't been easy, bro. I had to process a lot of shit in my life, man. You know, and you know, you got some people, they involved, they doing their thing, but you just got those who ain't did it like some others, bro. Some others did it different than others, man. Everybody don't get down the same. But this violence and shit, man, we need to cut it, bro. We need to figure some shit out and in a hurry, man. We need to figure out some shit in a hurry, man. And and the only way we gonna get some benefits out here to the people is through the vote, man. If we don't get up under one umbrella, man, and use our impact in politics, then we ain't gonna never get far, because we ain't gonna have no say-so in this country. We need some people in the legislature and in the House and in office and shit that's on our side, bro. And we don't have too many. We don't have too many. And we need to get some. See how smart Trump was, huh? He put 52 judges on the board while he was in office. 52. And the one that granted the whatever they asked for, Trump team, over the DOJ, she was one that he put on the bench, the judge. See, Trump was making power moves for the elite when he was in House. And they say he thought that, they say that's the white power thing. They even caught a few of them throwing this up, saying that's the white power thing or something. But it ain't. Yeah, I would say maybe the whole. I would say the whole elite is all white but different cultures. There's European ones involved and some in the African continent involved, but they not brown and yellow people. They separate themselves from the yellow elite, the Asian elite. But some parlay with them. Hey, Jay, appreciate it. Appreciate that. But yeah, see, Trump was making power moves while he was in office. See, what we all got to understand, it's the elite, and we all pawns in the game, bruh. The majority is pawns in the game. We ain't the elite. Not in a plateau anyway. You understand me? Not on a plateau. And they ain't gonna involve us in this shit, bruh. They just not. I mean, it's been that way for hundreds and hundreds of years. There ain't no changing that. And they got us all distracted from the vote because, like I told y'all, At first, I was the same way about politics, voting, and all that. But now I realize you need laws and policies and this, that, and the third to make changes. It's the only way you can make changes in the police department and law enforcement. That's why they can get away with certain things, and that's why, because they're exempt from it. But by law, if you change laws and implicate laws, then they can't move accordingly now, because we could seriously be this, or we could seriously be that. But see, it's another thing people don't understand. Like, we got some people that's in some of the most important fields. And what I mean by most important fields, because it dictates what a lot of other people get, do, and have, etc. See, there it is. See, that's the thing. We could get some power in economics. We could build an economy amongst us because we can. We are the majority. The elite is a minority. You have black elites. Shit, like Oprah Winfrey, or Floyd Mayweather. Motherfuckers like them, Jay-Z and Beyonce's, and motherfuckers like them can build an economy for us. They can open 5, 6 grocery stores, or they can get investors to counter Walmart with stores of our own. And all us spend our money with our people. We all decide to, let's say, when it comes to gasoline and petrol in our regions, we all decide, let's say, to pick and choose who we want to spend our money with, you know, this, that, and the third. And then people who no longer getting our money will feel the impact. They will feel the impact on how we moving. And they'll say, I mean, with the money we was getting out of them, we ain't getting it no more. You understand? They feel the pinch. They feel the pinch. But let's just say if it's hundreds of thousands of us doing it, they ain't gonna feel a motherfucking thing, man. It's like a mosquito biting an elephant, cuz. Mosquito biting elephants, because it's millions of us, bro. Millions of us, bro. It's millions of us, bro, across the country that don't have anything, struggling to make ends meet. It's millions of us, bro. Not a few. It's millions of us. See, motherfuckers don't want to think big and overall because we selfish. We don't want to think big and overall because we selfish. It's about our own asses. But we share this motherfucking earth with billions of people. The earth. We share it with billions of people. This country, America, we share it with millions, bro. How you can get your ass in your car and drive from one state to the other. You have access to millions of people. You're not held back. Why you think you find these rappers all over the place, promoting their music, trying to get some record sales? This, that, and the third. LA is a big economy. Chicago is a big economy. Philadelphia, Houston, Dallas, Miami, millions of people. If you can get a small percentage here, percentage there, Seattle, here, you know, then you sold a few million records. You did good off this album, et cetera, et cetera. We in the habit of making a motherfucking millionaire 10 times over. Every album Lil Wayne made, a few million people brought it. Every album, he had that type of fan base. So every time he do one, he make at least $100 million from the masses. Then a lot of people say, well, why they go on, oh, my battery getting low too. Why they all on social media? Social media became a part of the economy now. Look how many guys is on here on YouTube getting paid. A lot of people are on YouTube getting paid. Social media is part of the economy. It's an economic now. Social media is more than social media. Yeah. Social media is more so the reason why a lot of these people are involved with social media, they following and their attention is their paycheck. Beyonce have millions of followers. Lil Wayne have millions of followers. Drake have millions of followers. DJ Khaled have millions of followers. Eminem, 50 Cent, this, that, and the third. Megan Thee Stallions and all these Cardi B's. These motherfuckers have millions of followers, bruh. And it dictate their money. So they do official pages. They collect for advertisements and et cetera and et cetera. A lot of people don't understand how deep the game is. How they can use their following for negotiations when it comes to that. I have 4.6 million followers and chances are you can do this and do that on this percentage alone. And that's less than 30% of this and that and the third. But when you're talking millions, that's a nice chunk of cheese. There it is. There it is. That's why I ask y'all, in regards to this bullshit, in regards to this irrelevancy, take advantage of YouTube. A lot of people just come on and they just click on the video. They don't use all the bars and let's say accesses that you have to these videos. You can get feedback. You can do this. You can do that. if it's a guy you think that's too extreme and you don't want to have nothing to do with him, it's a way you can not have them come on your timeline. And it's just with them three little buttons on them videos. I know I'm on here, y'all on here, we know how it works. You hit your YouTube app and boop, they start showing you videos. They mainly show you shit that you look at. So if you look, let's say if you did chime in to Charleston White or Whack 100, they'll start bombarding your timeline with their content. You understand me? Now, if you didn't check these guys out and you didn't heard enough of them, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, this nigga on some bullshit. I ain't really talking about nothing. So now you don't really ain't interested in do content of what this dude is on, but yet still he on your timeline because you had watched him. Now the thing is, you hit them three little dots, you can put not interested. Don't recommend this channel. This, that, and the third. I don't get a lot of shit no more. Because I've been hitting either not interested or don't recommend this channel. You see where I'm going with it? And then YouTube don't put it on my timeline. I report all the little porno, spam that comment in my shit. A lot of guys don't. I go check out some things. I go to the comments and get to look. I see them spams and that bullshit and that shit. So some guys ain't monitoring people comments. I had one guy chimed in to me, right? And he said, before I subscribe to anybody, I look for interaction, right? And he said, it's cool. I like this. He's seen me reply to every comment because I do try to answer everyone because everybody's special to me. You understand me? I love everybody the same and I respect all equally. So I try to interact with my audience. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. We got to think bigger. We got to think bigger, man. Just, we could do that. If you come together, we could get land. We could put housing on it. We can put our markets and laundromats and cleaners and etc. Mechanic shops and plazas, and we can do all that shit too. You can incorporate into a town in the city and this, that, and the third. Hire you a chief of police, and you can do that. That's allowed. But people don't aim for that. And that's something my wife said. A lot of people are content with what they have. What's up with your South Side? Love you, boy. We need a K-Man. See, K-Man on the sun. He said, we need a culture shift towards putting families back together and creating general. There it is. There it is. If our children ain't progressing, then we ain't progressing. If our kids ain't getting their education, if our kids out here on drugs and robbing and stealing and this, that, and the third, Where we getting, brother, as a people? Our kids ain't becoming judges and lawyers and surgeons and business owners and this and that and that. Most of our kids are still going to jail. Most of our kids are still getting gunned down in the streets. Most of our kids still running around popping pills and snorting dope and doing what they're doing. A lot of our kids are still becoming young parents and adults before they even get a high school diploma. We still on that trend. We still got kids who want to gangbang. We still got kids who want to pimp our women. We still got kids who want to run up in people's houses for their money. We still got people who want to take people's cars from them so they can joyride in them. We still got that going on. That shit is still cracking, huh? Now my battery getting low and I can't stay much longer. I'll damn this on this motherfucker for 2 hours. But yeah, man, it's a cold thing. Yeah, we got to break the motherfucking cycle, bro. We got, you know, that's what I'll say about shit we acceptable to, but we know it's no good for us. It's a lot of shit we're acceptable to, but we know it's no good for us. Alcohol, it's no good for us. Tobacco, it's no good for us. Drugs, it's no good for us. You understand me? Unhealthy eating, it's no good for us. Violence, it's no good for us. The ghetto, it ain't no good for us. You know, but we acceptable to this. You know, we got people fine in the projects. They good with it. They all right with that. They good with the food stamps. They good with the housing assistance or the Section 8 or this and that and that. They fine with that. I'm making it. It's good. I'm good. So what? I hear gunshots. So what? They selling dope over here and over there. So what? I'm fine. We eating. We got shelter. We okay. No, that's not okay. It's better than that. No, that's not okay. It's actually better than that. That's all I'm saying. When me and my wife packed up and left California in 1990, we just went from one ghetto to another one. But the other ghetto we went to didn't have Crips and Pyrus. I told my wife, as long as it ain't no Crips and Bloods, I'm good. And when she got out there to Suisun City, she said, no, say, there ain't no hoods and shit like that out here. She said, there's a couple Crip dudes, maybe a few, you know, like that. She said, but that guy out of jail or something up this way. I said, but to get down ain't nothing like that down there. And sure enough, you know, up north, them brothers get down was different. Now, Sacramento area had Crip and Blood shit going on type of shit. But like, you know, in the Bay Area, they wasn't really getting down like that, bro. You know what I mean? So it was cool. I just didn't want my kids to deal with the same shit I had to deal with. And everybody should want that for their kids. You know, it's up to the parents to put the kids in a position to where they can succeed. That's all. I'm just saying, we went from one ghetto to another one. But one ghetto didn't have the problems of another ghetto. As much problems as the other ghetto. Now, there was drug dealing and shit going on over there, but no gang banging, niggas getting killed over their hood and colors and, you know, all that kind of crap wasn't going on. But it was other crime and shit going on. There was some violence going on, yeah. But nothing like where I came from. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, there's other sections that's affordable. Take Section 8 that got assistance, but they ain't as bad as where some of you are. That's all I'm saying. You could slide from one ghetto that's so goddamn bad to one that ain't so bad. But it's still ghetto, but it ain't so bad. It don't have that type of shit going on. You see what I'm saying? They got some of this, some of that, but they ain't got all that shit going on. You understand me? It took me 7 years to stop watching cars in Northern California. I wasn't even in my environment no more, but I was still on combat mode. I still watch cars and shit. I still was weary of cars. Niggas popping out trying to shoot. It took me 7 years to stop watching cars, cuz, and I wasn't in Compton no more. That's how bad Compton fucked my head up, cuz. Right on, Manny. That's how bad Compton fucked my head up. When I left Compton and shit, sometimes I used to be in traffic in my car, and a motherfucker pulled up in traffic next to me and be looking. You know what I used to do? Chump one up. Because I was used to that. Motherfuckers staring me down. Nigga, this crip, what the fuck you looking at? That just wasn't my reactions. And I was still doing that shit. And I was out of my environment. Yeah. That's what I've been diagnosed by 3 psychiatrists say I have severe PTSD. 3 psychiatrists say, oh, you have severe PTSD, whatever the dude just said on here. Yeah. And I had moved away. But it took me 7 years, cuz, to stop watching cars. I kept my eyes on car like is these motherfuckers ready to go or what? You know what I mean? If I happen to take a walk to the store or something and I see cars, I still reacted the same, cuz, and I wasn't in my environment. And like sometimes I say I be in traffic and the motherfucker look at me too long, I chunk a Chris sign on him. It's just my reaction, it's like I couldn't stop it. It just bam. Like, I try not to say cuz too much no more. Because I don't want to be Crip Sag. I want to be Comrade Sag. Crip Sag wasn't a nice guy. So I'd rather be Comrade Sag. But yeah, I needed 3 psychiatrists to help me, y'all, to help me stop tripping and shit. Yeah, when I said we probably watch millions and millions of cars. Shit. Yeah, when I was home, I said, shit, we probably don't watch millions and millions of motherfucking cars. You know, because you don't know who finna pop up and start shooting shit, huh? You know. Yeah. Who want to live like that, brother? Think about it. Who want to live that way, man? That, come on, man. Why y'all gotta some? I don't understand. You say now, you say you showed them that mentally on that Dan Rather interview, the days they copy colors. Yeah. Yeah, man. This shit ain't been easy, y'all. I mean, it's like cancer, brother. It'll eat your ass alive, man. It'll eat your ass alive, man. If you, let me see how much power I ain't got too much power, y'all. So when I get to 5%, I gotta come off of here. Yeah, man, I mean, the shit we was doing, it was wrong, brother. Yeah, Dalen Ware. I'm sorry, brother, for all the fucking wrong I done, brother. You know, I did some fucking horrible things in my life, man. I didn't mean to do that shit, y'all. The shit wasn't right, bro. It wasn't right, y'all. Getting a little teary-eyed here. Y'all hang with me, man. I wish I can get that shit back, cuz. That's why I tell y'all, brother, once you do it, it's too late, brother. You can't get it back, cuz. Some did it more than once. Some did it more than twice, cuz. And it's nothing good about that shit, y'all. If I can wind the clock back, brother. If I can wind the clock back, bruh, there's plenty of things I wouldn't have done. But you can't get that back, man. Can't get that back, man. It's a tough life. A lot of people, you don't feel it till you get up in some age, brother, and you start understanding more. Especially when I became a grandfather, because I understood more then. So I just want to do my part, cuz, to try and make a right on my wrongs, man. That's all I want to do. Make a right on my wrongs, bro, and just try to steer people from nonsense with the truth, man. That's all I want to do. Man, I'm at 7%, y'all. It was when we lost Twin, man, to be honest. When we lost Twin, bruh. I wanted to rain hell on that city, man. I wanted to rain some havoc on that motherfucking city, bruh. I wanted to tear some motherfucking shit up for Twin, cuz that's what I wanted to do. But the Lord held me back. The Lord held me back on that, cuz, and the tactics, cuz, that the police used in regards to that kind of simmered things down, cuz, somewhat. We didn't have the motivation. We didn't get a funeral from Twin. See, police talked his mother into not doing that, so we didn't get to celebrate the life of Twin, cuz. And then Roger Scott added on to it, cuz. Then Turtle, cuz. You know what I mean? But it just wasn't only them, you know. Just wasn't only them, cuz. Yeah, little Willie and I mean, a lot of shit was just going on, partner, and I seen it coming, you know. And it got to the point to where looked like nobody wasn't trustworthy too much no more, man. Couldn't trust nobody, cuz. And that's a fucked up feeling, homie, to have. But yeah, the dope game, money, and all that shit fucked the game up, cuz it commercialized things and it materialized shit. And that brought in envy, jealousy, and all other types of things, man. And then it brought in a new level. It brought in the feds, man, and that was a whole new ball game. And motherfuckers was playing dirty and can on, cuz it, you know. It was some cold shit going on out there, and it's still going on, bro. Yeah, it was a lot of shit going on at the back door, man. Niggas, you know, they think a lot of them niggas ain't aware of it because motherfuckers wasn't in the ballpark with them when they was playing their game. I mean, them other levels of game that they played, that we brought into our gang shit, huh? And that's what fucked us up, cuz. You know, we got off a Crip and jumped on that hood setting gang bullshit, huh? I mean, it just fucked us up. But yeah, cuz, you know what I mean? My phone gone. See y'all. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. All right, let me see. I'm on the charger, y'all. I had to run my ass in the house. But I'm on the charger now, y'all. But yeah, man. We all thought we was doing the right thing. We all thought we was doing the right thing, defending our community, revenging our friends' deaths, and this, that, and the third. Remember, we all get played like a yo-yo, that's all. Yeah, man, it just, it hurts, Big West. It hurts, Big West. I mean, I was deep in that shit, man. Motherfuckers just don't know, man, how deep I was involved, man. But I just wasn't a hood nigga, you know. You know, I was involved with the whole city, you know. I had relationships with guys in Los Angeles and San Pedro and Altadenas, and I got around, bro. Got around, bro. And cold shit, man. How shit go. That's why we need these youngsters to listen, man. We need these youngsters to listen, bro. Living his life can put some cancer in your ass. And it'll eat you alive, brother. And if you ain't strong enough, man, it'll drive you crazy, man. It'll have you doing shit you ain't trying to do, but you ain't got no power over. Yeah. That's why I say I'm trying to tone it down on saying cuz, you know. But it just slips out, you know. So I'll be trying to say bro or something. One guy did a video, he said, you say bro about 22 times from one point to that point. And I commented back to him, I said, yeah, man, I was trying not to say cuz so much now. Because I don't want the Crip Sag image, man. Yeah, Wes. Some fucking sad shit, man, we was on back in the day, bro. I mean, we shouldn't have been on that shit. We went for the okie doke, bro. They threw a monkey wrench in our shit and we went for it, man. And they fogged our mind up with crack, PCP, guns, and money, and got us to buy into that shit, homie. You know? Got us to buy into this shit. That's why I said, let's tell these kids the truth. Tell them alcohol is no good for them. Tell these kids drugs is no good for them. Tell these kids cigarettes and all that shit ain't no good for them. Tell the kids the truth. If they say, why cigarettes ain't no good, so they give you cancer, they mess your lungs up, they give you high blood pressure, this, that, and the third, tell them. They say, why alcohol ain't no good? Everybody be drinking and can't on doing their thing. We see y'all doing it. Tell them it'll mess your liver up. It'll do what it, tell them what it does. Tell them what it does. Tell the kids the truth. Tell them what drugs do to them. Tell them. Tell them. Even tell them the truth about marijuana. See, most people who start out on those drugs started with the lesser drug, marijuana first. Just about everybody who tried angel dust, PCP, crack, and other drugs, first drug was probably a beer and a joint. And the reason why we tried the joint and drank the beer was for the high. Growing up, people say, growing up, people say, let's get high. That's where they get you at. When you come in for a high, it was about getting high. You understand me? Now, once you come in on that process, you want to elevate that high. So now other drugs come out. And everybody tell, oh man, you should try this angel dust, man. That shit way better than weed. That shit have you high in the motherfucker. You understand me? It's about the high now. So now you get involved with other drugs. Because it was about the high. It was about the high, cuz. And that's what caused people who started out want to try weed for getting high with a little beer or some wine with it. Now you're feeling good. This weed, a little wine got you feeling good. You're high in the motherfucker. And back when we was doing that, I remember Angel Dust came out. It wasn't PCB dipping the stick then. It was Angel Dust on the mint leaves, and they used to sell in aluminum foil, keep them in the refrigerator. When you get a 10 scene Angel Dust, roll that motherfucker real skinny in a zigzag, right? Hey, hit that Angel Dust 2-3 times, you're in the loop. High in the motherfucker, homie. That was Angel Dust. Now, by the time I hit YA, they flipped it to PCP, was dipping them Sherman cigarettes with it. And when I got home, I couldn't smoke PCP. I was testing. I had to pee every month. So soon I got off of testing, then I started getting me a couple of hits on the PCP. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Miss 702. So I'm saying that's where you go wrong at when it's about getting high. So that's why you got to tell these kids, any of your friends asking you to try them things ain't your friends. They trying to get your kid to hit the cigarette, hit the weed. They don't have your child in their best benefit. So your child don't necessarily need to have that type of crowd in their life. Because eventually they're going to have your child somewhere drinking wine, beer, smoking weed and carrying on. Now, if your daughter's 15, 16, your son, they 15, 16, they high, ain't in their right frame of mind, they don't have a mature mind, body, and soul yet, that's when they slip up. They get involved in teenage sex, young parenting, and they all get thrown off their precious goals. I remember when we was growing up, girls was taking abortion, what's them pills called? To keep them from getting pregnant. What's them pills called? Birth control. Okay. When I was growing up, when girls was ready to do it, yeah, birth control. I remember when my sister was ready. Had a boyfriend, she sat down with my mom and dad and said, well, I'm going to end up doing it, so I'm going to need birth control, and I don't want to get pregnant. So they went and got her some birth control. Yeah. I remember my sister hit junior high school, started having boyfriends and dating boys. And she came back to my parents and said, before I slip up, I'd rather have some birth control. She said, I'm dating, I like him, and he liked me. And she sat down with my parents to get birth control pills. So girls back then had the caution, I don't want to get pregnant so early. But now we don't think that way. And a lot of our girls having babies with bums. Because these guys don't end up doing a goddamn thing for the kids and all this type of shit anyway. Or they on dope, alcoholics, end up in jail, they can't help with rent and all this shit, that type of shit. Then you got men that is abusing these girls they have babies by and shit. On drugs where they take shit from her and all this. If not, they beat her ass, and then we got a lot of that kind of shit going on. A lot of that, bro. You know, we just wilding out, cuz. You know, these kids can get an education. and get themselves established and still have a family, etc. and etc. by controlling their sex with birth control, rubbers, and whatever. You can still be intimate with your mate, this, that, and the third. Get your education, get your home, get some money in the bank. You know, we doing good. Let's have a couple kids, baby, and this and that. And do y'all thing. But we don't educate our kids like that. We don't. You know, we all fucking already. We 14, 15. You got motherfuckers younger than that fucking. Already. Don't make no sense. I met a couple out here, mother and daughter. One of my boys fucking around with the mama. You should have heard the stories he's telling about him and the daughter and all. They all up in there doing their thing. And she way underage. How's the mother allowing you? This girl, she was 16 years old. I told her, girl, don't do something with your life. I'm telling you, it ain't important to be involved with boys. And this, that, and the third. You know, I'm telling you, you're still able to go to school and do something with your life, is what I told her. But most niggas would be trying to get in her drawers because they know she active like that. But when my homie told me the story about them, and I was running, because they used to stay around here, they gone now, I don't know what happened to them. But he worked at the stove. And the shit the mama was on, I'm like, I don't even see how the nigga even touching. How can you touch her? And you know she on that type of shit. But we got that kind of shit going on. I remember the video, a guy and a girl on the floor, between the couch and the TV, butt naked, the lights out but the TV on. Guess who on the couch watching? The baby, a little girl, maybe 2, 3 years old. And he wailing away. They ain't aware that the girl and popped up and she's sitting there watching. And they filming themselves. We got that kind of shit going on. Children's witnessing bullshit like that, bro. Because we got motherfuckers who ain't got no class whatsoever. And it's a damn shame. No morals, no class, no nothing. That's what we up against. That's what we up against, bro. And it's bullshit. But I've been over 2 hours, man. I've been over 2 hours on here. I appreciate all y'all chiming in. Let me get my glasses on so I can speak to everybody. T. Collins, Miss 702, Big West, James 70, James Wood 77, K-Man 4.2 LS. My man right there. Dalen Ware, appreciate it. Grande Pasitos, Papacita, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Who else? Manny Rock. M3D the Sniper. That's my boy. Of course, my Southside nigga right there. That's my little brother right there. I love him to death. We talked a few days ago. Okay. I got Jay going on Mature. Appreciate you, sister. Appreciate you. Hello. Big West Tracy. Here we go. Look like I covered all the bases. Spoke to everybody that's tapped in. So you did see the faces of death, she said? And you said, Tubi got it, huh? There it is. They need to think big, bigger. Break the cycle on the things we are acceptable to. Break the cycle, start a new trend. You say, oh, Tubi, huh? How many of them it is? 3 or 4? Because I know it was a series of them. Faces of Death 1, 2. I think there was up to 3 at least. Oh, it's 4 of them? Yeah, that shit is off the chain. Especially the Skid Row. You see the Skid Row slasher? The body parts in the dumpster downtown LA. You see that one? Yeah. And you see the one when they execute the people at the soccer game? Okay, I don't think they beheaded them. I think they just execute them, shot them all in the back of the head. It was 3 men and a woman. 1 lady. Yeah, and before they start the soccer game, they had assassinated these people, bruh. Right in the middle of the soccer field. Threw their asses back on the truck and took off. But the crowd roared. The crowd roared after the assassination. See, in some countries, they don't play that shit. They don't play that shit, bruh. They'll knock your motherfucking head off. Feel me? But yeah, man, I appreciate the tap in. And let's do it some more. But yeah, Miss 702, everybody ain't got to eat everything to survive, you know what I mean? But it was the faces of death that got me to stop eating meat. Because they show the slaughter animals and shit, And it's cold how they be doing them, bro. It's a cold thing. Appreciate you, Queen. All right, hey, let me get this phone charged up, and we all can do this some more a little later on, all right? I appreciate the chime in. I love you all the same, respect you all equally. And may the Creator protect us all from all evils, because there's plenty of them here on this earth. And I appreciate all y'all who stand on righteousness, because it's up to us. Let's do the right thing. The only thing.